Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Hockey Journey Podcast, episode number 136, What is OnlineHockeyTraining.com? And presented to you by OnlineHockeyTraining.com. I'm your host, Coach Lance Pitlick. If you're new here, please make sure you subscribe so you won't miss out on any future episodes. Before we answer some questions you may have about OnlineHockeyTraining.com and begin this conversation, if you want to learn more about me, my hockey experiences, what I know, and most importantly, how I've been helping hockey players get really good with a stick and puck, just head on over to OnlineHockeyTraining.com and gain instant access to my 10-part video series where I'll show you everything. Consider it my gift to you. Lastly, if you live in Minnesota or are visiting the state of hockey sometime soon and you want to schedule an in-person off-ice stick skills lesson, I'd love to have the opportunity to show you my little world. Go to Sweet Hockey Coach, that's sweethockeycoach.com, and watch the video on the homepage for instructions. Thanks, and I look forward to working with you sometime soon. Even though OnlineHockeyTraining.com has been around since 2009, I still get people contacting me on a regular basis asking what exactly it is. So I figured I haven't ever done a podcast dedicated to explaining what OHT is, and that's what I'm going to try to accomplish with this episode. So let's begin. If you're here watching this video, I know you're searching for ways to improve your confidence when the puck is on your stick. Since the COVID-19 pandemic, there's been an onslaught of hockey online training program offerings, and I'm sure you're wondering which one I should choose or go with. What I'd like to do in the next few minutes is to provide you with a bunch of information that hopefully will quiet all the hockey training option noise that's out there and show you what I believe is the best off-ice stick handling, shooting, and passing hockey training platform available worldwide to any player, young, old, male, female, at the start of their hockey journey or deep into it, a way to secretly transform their stick skill confidence to a higher level. How do I do this? Well, let me show you by answering a few questions you may have. Here's a quick rapid fire of each question, and then I'll do a deeper dive into each one after that. Sound good? Awesome. Let's begin. Number 1, what is online hockey training? Number 2, who was online hockey training created for? Number 3, what do you need at home to do the training? Number 4, why do most hockey players have average stick skills? And number 5, the OHT Success Guarantee. Question number 1, what is OnlineHockeyTraining.com? OnlineHockeyTraining.com is a web-based teaching platform providing step-by-step off-ice stick handling, passing, and shooting instruction via short drill video explanations and demonstrations. Players watch each drill video and then try to replicate what you just saw for a few minutes, resting a bit between reps. All training can be done in the comforts of your home, in your garage, basement, or backyard. With a database of over 1,200 drills, there are 64 progressive training modules that will keep you getting out of your comfort zone, ensuring consistent positive progress. Categories covered are dribbling, faking, cupping, toe control, the plan moves, brain confusion drills, ball and puck tricks, passing, multitasking, opposite hand, and hundreds of different variations of shooting the puck, which I know everyone loves to do. The OHT program is a visual one, requiring the installation of a couple line grids on the floor with electrical tape. OnlineHockeyTraining.com is something I've been developing over the last 15 years and continue to create new content as it appears in my master computer. My process is, when a new concept or drill pops up, I have players I train test it out. If it accomplishes what I hoped, the player is challenged and like the battle trying to accomplish the objective, then I add it to the program somewhere. That's how it's been built the last decade, and I still work that process to this day. Question number 2, who is online hockey training designed for? Some may think that OnlineHockeyTraining.com is geared towards the elite, the gifted ones. After a 12-year professional career, 17 years of coaching youth hockey, and over 30 years of running on-ice camps, clinics, and in-person off-ice stick skills training, whoever you consider to be in the elite category didn't just appear out of nowhere. They decided that they wanted more than just the average hockey experience, sought out extra training opportunities in addition to their team practices and games, and, over time, climbed the ladder out of the middle of the pack and started leading others rather than chasing. It's not a coincidence that the same small group of players on a team always seem to make the right play at the right time and somehow manage to get on the score sheet most games. So I ask the question again, who is online hockey training designed for? Basically, it's for anyone who is unhappy or not satisfied with where they currently are regarding their puck possession skills, shooting proficiency, and passing effectiveness, and want to change that trajectory toward a higher level of stick skill confidence. Talent isn't born, it's grown and cultivated year after year, and I can show anyone how to elevate their stick skills one drill at a time if the individual is willing to put in the work at home consistently over a period of time with the guidance of the online hockey training off-ice developmental program. Question number 3. What do you need at home to do the training? If you or your player wants to improve their stick handling, passing, and shooting effectiveness, you have to create an environment where you can have a stick in your hand a lot more than you currently do. Creating a training space at home, in your garage, basement, or backyard gives you the ability to secretly get the extra stick skill reps when nobody's watching. It's important to know that the hockey gods can't tell the difference between an on-ice or an off-ice repetition. It's just a rep, and they all count towards reaching that next level you desperately desire. This is a puzzle piece available to any one of you out there. The question is, will you add it as one of your weekly, daily disciplines? Lastly, the unfortunate part of being a hockey parent is that you might have to give up your cozy garage space in order to create your kid's hockey training sanctuary. It's just the price of admission, I guess. If you don't currently have a space at home and have been kicking around the idea for a while now, maybe I can get the plan in motion for you. You see, my friends over at Sniper's Edge Hockey would love to help you solve that hurdle. Check out their whole product line, and when checking out, use OHT10, that's OHT10, for 10% off your hockey sanctuary investment. Thank you, Sniper's Edge Hockey. And question number 4. Why do most hockey players have average stick skills? Answer these 4 questions. So we get to the critical question, why do most hockey players have average stick skills? I know a lot of you out there are parents of a kid you think is really passionate for the game and are looking for ways to fan that flame. If he or she isn't watching this video with you, please hit pause, go get your son or daughter, and let's get some important questions answered to see if they are on the right path. Go ahead, hit pause, I'll wait for you. Okay, we got all the interested parties here, so let's begin. Hi there, young one. I'm Coach Lance Pitlick, and if you're watching this, I know you think you want to get better or really good at hockey, score the triple overtime championship game-winning goal, play on the top team in your area, and maybe even dream of one day playing junior, college, in the Olympics, or professionally. What I'm about to reveal to you isn't intended to make you feel bad or lousy, but if you're serious about chasing this hockey journey, we have to get to the starting point of where you currently are, identify what you want to accomplish, and then see if your hockey desires and objectives match up with your actions. Again, this next segment is only meant to educate you on how players that have traveled this path before you have found areas of their game that they could put extra time into developing when no one was watching. From a skating perspective, you may start working with a technical instructor before school, breakfast club style. But from the angle of stick skills development, these are the critical questions I ask to see if the individual is optimizing all the options available to get better. Again, this exercise isn't meant to deflate you. It's intended to show you what's available, are you implementing the habits, and determine if you're maximizing the benefit of the extra effort. So here we go. Question number 1. Do you have a place at home to train to get those all-important extra stick skill repetitions? If not, players right now are separating themselves from you, getting more skilled, practicing consistently at home in their hockey training sanctuary in their garage, basement, or backyard. Question number 2. Assuming you have a place at home to train, the next question I ask players I get in front of, when you're in your space, do you spend the majority of the time away from your net or your shooting tarp with a pile of pucks, just ripping forehand shot after forehand shot? Be honest with me and yourself, because you're not different. Most of the players I get in front of answer yes to this question, which puts you at a disadvantage if competing with a rival player who's exploring the learning possibilities in an off-ice environment. Question number 3. If you answered the previous question, saying yes, I spend most of my time taking forehand shots, my follow-up question is, do you spend much, if any time, practicing backhand shots or passing drills? If not, then the verdict is in. You are officially a half a hockey player. Question number 4. How many drills do you cycle through on most training sessions in your space at home? 15, 20 maybe, or even on the high end, 30 different drills? Well, what you think you are doing is great, and it is, spending deliberate time cultivating your hockey stick skills, but it's not enough learning if you are truly serious about going after this, seeing how good you can become. And question number 5. Of the 15 to 30 drills that are your favorites, the last question I have, are you looking at the target before releasing your shot? And if it's a stick handling pattern, are your eyes basically glued to the puck or ball, unaware of anything else going on around you? Most of the players I get to ask this question to consistently say yes again. Here's the tale of 3 hockey players. Player number 1, he or she goes to their scheduled practices and games, and they don't have a space at home to work on their stick skills. Player number 2 goes to his or her scheduled practices and games, has a place at home to work on their stick skills, but primarily only practices forehand shots. Player number 3, he or she goes to their scheduled practices and games, trains at home, working on forehand shots mostly, a little backhand attention, and also has a handful of drills they cycle through regularly, on the high end, 30-ish different ones. Out of those 3 examples, if the players were 10 years old at the time, which one would you pick to eventually play college hockey? Easy, number 3, right? Any idea why all of us guessed the same? Because of the simple fact, player number 3 did a lot more than the other 2. But here's what's cool. What if I told you there was a 4th player out there that completely blows the other 3 out of the water? Player number 4 goes to his or her games and practices, is consistently putting in time at home working on their stick skills, but does one thing different. They become a cheater, in a good way, a mega learner as I call it, and begin the process of reaching farther than others do on a week after week basis. They spend the same amount of time taking both forehand and backhand shots. They work on all facets of stick skill development, dribbling, faking, cupping, toe control, practicing the planned moves, straight and saucer passing, ball and puck tricks, batting pucks out of the air, changing the angle and distances when shooting, as well as working on their vision training when executing drill patterns or shots. I'm grateful that it's happened, but somehow I've stumbled upon a crystal ball and I can see where a player can go, what they can accomplish, and it's exciting for me because I know what's possible for each of you out there. But magic doesn't happen all the time. Everything you need to do to accomplish this is in you, it's in all of you, and I want to show you how to tap into your full hockey potential and guide you down a proven path that thousands of players have traveled before you here at Online Hockey Training, one drill at a time. Before we get to my guarantee to you, I wanted to mention that a number of years ago, I created a 10-part video series doing a deeper dive into me, my hockey experiences, research studies I've conducted, in order to give you all the information you need to make the most informed decision. Makes sense, doesn't it? I mean, if I'm going to be your coach, you probably should know who I am. Here's a quick run through of all the video titles in the series. Are elite stick skills developed in games or practices? Can you rely on your coaches to develop your hands? How both my boys got drafted in the NHL. Beware of the hockey predator. The opposite hand effect. the Hockey Player Dilemma, Coach Lance Player Diagnostics, my hockey resume, and my final hockey thoughts. If you were only going to watch one of the videos, I'd give your full attention to the one titled Are Elite Stick Skills Developed in Games or Practices? Whatever you choose to do, I hope you'll have all the information you'll need in order to make the most informed decision if I'm the right coach for you. At the time of this recording, we were in the middle of a website revamp, and the 10-part video series will eventually be available at onlinehockeytraining.com without the step of providing an email address in order to be granted access. You'll eventually be able to access all the videos from the top toolbar, but for now, you can watch the entire series on the OHT, the Online Hockey Training YouTube channel. I'll put the links in the description. And here we are, at the end. Let's finish up by talking about the OHT guarantee. Here's what I know and what I can promise you. Players need help throughout this hockey development process. If you're a little behind in what you can do with a stick and puck in comparison to others, I know the online hockey training system can help. You just have to budget some time each week and I'll show you a new direction to start heading in. Your success is my top priority and I want to help you in any way I can. Now here is the important section of this video. Scientific research and studies have proved that humans have a hard time establishing something new into our daily routine, and we rarely can stick with it for more than a week or two. That's why New Year's resolutions rarely work. I've been a lifelong experimenter of personal optimization, failed a lot of times, which stinks, but I've always loved the inner battle we all fight on a daily basis. You know, the voice in your head, it says one thing yesterday about what we want to accomplish today, but when today arrives, it says, I don't feel like doing that now, and tries to convince us to do something else or nothing at all. Welcome to the journey of self-mastery. Like I said, my number one priority is to make sure you feel like you're making progress toward your long-term goal. With that being said, the last 6 months, I've been working on something special that's soon to be added to the OHT program, a little bonus feature to help you rock it right out of the gate, and I'm calling it the OHT Success Tools. I'm going to share with you all the tips, tricks, techniques, methods, scientific studies, productivity hacks, the best of the best, all the information and strategies I've learned along the way, implemented into my life at one time or another, and had massive results. And I want you to experience the same. You just have to invest a little more time into yourself, believe that you can accomplish anything, and back it with consistent weekly attention and action. You do that? Well, just be patient and persistent and watch the new hockey you emerge from within. Pretty exciting to think about, isn't it? Lastly, if you decide to sign up and become an exclusive member of the online hockey training team, utilize the soon-to-be-launched OHT Success Tools, regularly put time into working the drills from the OHT off-ice stick handling, passing, and shooting program at home in your hockey training sanctuary, and after 60 days, you're not happy with your hockey skills transformation? Shoot me an email, tell me your story, and I'll refund every penny. Again, this isn't a hard sell. If you're ready to start and are serious about seeing how good you can become when it comes to getting better with a stick and puck, I know I can help you. Just let me know when you're ready to start. Well, that concludes another episode of the Hockey Journey Podcast. I can't thank you enough for stopping by and listening. I hope you enjoyed learning more about exactly what is onlinehockeytraining.com. It's my baby. I'm super proud of it and look forward to sharing what I know with you. Lastly, if you think there's someone in your circle of family and friends that might like this episode as well, please share it with just one person. It will really help me in growing this hockey community. Again, I appreciate you being here. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, or submit a review. I hope to see you back here soon, and do me a favor, make someone close to you smile today. All the best, my friends.